My uncle didn't want to make a big deal out of a change in his bathroom habits. That decision, that one quiet, it's probably nothing decision, is the reason I'm a doctor who can't stop talking about this. Because by the time he finally got checked, advanced. By the end of this video, you're going to know the exact line between this can wait a few days and this can wait an hour. The line my uncle didn't know existed. And the one number insurance companies don't want you thinking too hard about. I'm a family medicine doctor. I grew up in Long Beach. I've sat patients in the exact moment their "I'll deal with it later" turn into "it's too late to deal with it." That moment never leaves you. So let's get into it, starting with what actually happened to my uncle. My uncle Mike had some changes in his bathroom habits for months, maybe longer than he ever told anyone. He didn't say anything, didn't want to make a big fuss, didn't want to be that guy at the doctor's office over something embarrassing. By the time he finally got checked, it was colon cancer, advanced. The last time I saw him, he was bedbound, skin and bone, cachectic. That's the medical word for when your body is wasting away faster than you can feed it. I'm not going to forget what that room looked like for as long as I live. This is exactly why I do what I do now. Not to scare you, because I watch what happens when a treatable thing becomes an untreatable thing simply because nobody talked about it soon enough. If you grew up like I did, where you push through, where you don't make a big fuss, where going to the doctor feels like something you do only when you're already falling apart, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That mindset isn't weakness. It's survival instinct from a community that's been let down by the system before. But it can cost you the people you love. Here's the flip side to a story. The cheapest day to deal with a health problem is always today. Every day after that, the price goes up in dollars, in damage, and sometimes in time you don't get back. Follow me on this. I'm going to walk you through what that actually costs and how to know the difference between this can wait and this cannot wait. That's Uncle Mike's story, but here's where it gets even bigger than you think, because money is a reason most of us delay, and that math is exactly backwards. Let's talk about the part people actually care about, money. Most of us delay care to save money. That's the whole logic. I'll skip the visit, I'll save the copay. Here's the problem. It's backwards. A blood pressure pill costs a few bucks a month. A stroke, the thing uncontrolled blood pressure causes, comes with an ER visit, possibly an ICU stay, rehab, and maybe permanent disability. We're not talking hundreds of dollars difference. We're talking a generic pill versus a bill that can run into six figures. It's the same story with cancer. The same disease my uncle had. Catch it early, stage 1, and the treatment is one kind of expensive. Wait until it's stage 4, and research shows the cost of that care can run up 60 to 80% higher than catching it early. Same disease, same patient, the only difference is time. So here's the real rule. You're not avoiding a cost by skipping care. You're financing it at the worst possible interest rate. It was colon cancer, paid in your own health. Zoom out and you see why healthcare costs so much in this country. It's not just because it's expensive. It's because we've built a system where people wait until they're already sick to show up. Primary care visits become urgent care visits. Urgent care becomes the ER. The ER becomes an hospital admission. That's the financial side, but here's the part almost nobody talks about. How do you actually know when something needs attention now versus when it's okay to wait? That's next. And it's simpler than you think. Here's the framework I want stuck in your head after this video. The one my Uncle Mike never had. Tier 1, call 911 or get to the ER now. Chest pain, trouble breathing, sudden weakness or numbness in one side, slurred speech, sudden severe headache unlike any before, heavy bleeding, passing out. Tier 2, same day or within 24 hours. A fever that won't break, pain that's spreading, blood where it shouldn't be, in your stool, your urine, anywhere, a new lump, unexplained weight loss, persistent fatigue that doesn't match your life right now. Tier 3, okay to watch for a couple days if it's improving. A cold that's getting better, a minor sprain you can still walk on, a small rash that isn't spreading. The test isn't, can I still function? The test is it new? Is it getting worse? Or has it lasted longer than it should? If yes to any of those, that's your sign to stop waiting. Here's the number that shook shook me when I first read it. People without insurance are 3.6 times more likely to delay care because of cost than people who have it. That's not a coincidence. That's a system problem, which is exactly why I want you to know your low-cost options before you need them, not while you're scared and AI chatting at 2 a.m. And listen, screening saves lives specifically because it catches things before you have symptoms: colon cancer, Uncle Mike's cancer, breast cancer, high blood pressure, diabetes. These are some of the most dangerous conditions precisely because they don't hurt until they're already serious. The biggest lie we tell ourselves is, I feel fine, so I must be fine. Now here's a part almost nobody talks about: what to actually do if cost or access really is a barrier, because there are real answers and most people don't know them. If cost is what's keeping you away, community health centers, free clinics, and sliding scale clinics exist for exactly this. You can call any clinic and ask directly, do you offer a cash price or a payment plan? Most will say yes, and that turns a scary unknown bill into something predictable today instead of a crisis later. If you're a parent watching this one's for you specifically. Your kids are watching how you handle your own health. The example you set about taking symptoms seriously is one they'll carry for the rest of their lives. If this is making sense so far, drop a comment with one symptom you've been putting off. I read every single one and I will tell you straight up if it's something to act on. So here's the thing, none of this works unless you know how to use it before you're already in a crisis. Let's land it. 3 things to walk away with. 1, delaying care doesn't save money. It finances a bigger bill later, paid by you or by your family. 2, the test isn't can I function, it's is it new, worsening, or lasting too long. 3, cost barriers have real solutions, but only if you ask before you're in a crisis. I didn't go to medical school to withhold information. I went so I can bring it back to the community, back to the people who look like my Uncle Mike, who deserve to know this before it's too late instead of after. Drop that comment I asked about and send this to the one person in your life who's been putting something off. They know who they are. And watch my last video on 76% of Americans have a chronic disease and how it's affecting communities. Stay tuned for my next video on the real reason why ERs are overcrowded. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.